and have a conversation with spirit. So maybe while we're waiting for Michelle, what I would like you to do is just sit and think about, because everything's intention, right? What would you like to go into the records for today? Like maybe just thinking about one simple question that you have. And also thinking about like, do you want to go into your business records or your personal records? Or both? You can go into both.
Hmm.
But actually, for today, since it's the first time, let's choose one or the other. And you don't have to choose the same thing.
Are we supposed to say what it is?
Um, you can.
Okay.
What if it's something that could be either or, whatever, either,
What's your question, Julie? Do you want to share it? And then we can help you figure it out.
Yeah, sure. What's blocking me from receiving abundance?
In your work or in your personal life?
Both, actually.
Okay, so let's go. I would say for today, start with that question in your personal records, but then you can
Okay.
also in practice go into your business records and see if there's any differences there, right?
Okay.
And do you mean like financial abundance or abundance in many different ways? Because I would be clear about that in your questioning, okay?
Okay. Um, well, to make it easy, why don't I say financial abundance just to make it easy? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. So write that question down somewhere, whether it's in
Mm-hmm.
your book, or just in a journal.
Mm-hmm.
And then Deb, how about yourself?
Um, uh, let's see. Hmm. I think that I would like to know if there are any contracts that are outstanding that I need to clear regarding.
Is there something in particular? Like maybe we should narrow that down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So regarding um my health,
Okay.
because I would like to be in the best shape of my life, and I'm not sure what mechanisms I'm putting into place I'm not sure why I don't seem to feel like I have command over the mechanisms that are keeping me in the place that I'm in
Okay. Is
about
it really a question about contracts or
I don't know. I mean, so I keep feeling more and more like health is the foundation.
Mhm.
Health is foundational for all of my abundance in my life.
Okay.
And it's
Hmm.
become really, really clear that focusing on clearing anything that's standing between myself and optimal health could also be a similar mechanism that would keep me held back from other successes like
Yeah.
abundance in
Okay.
finance,
Okay.
in clients, in, you know,
Okay. So the question really, I think, because it's important how we ask a question, just like
yeah.
pulling a card for someone, the question, the way that you phrase it is really important, right? Um, so it feels a little bit like to me that the question is there anything I need to work on regarding my health that will also create, if I work through it, create movement in my work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I
Mm-hmm.
would actually just maybe ask that. again, you could go into your personal records for that, your business records, you could go into your health records. So I want to kind of keep it simple today, but know that you
Yeah,
can go back into other records with the same question. So where you're most interested in getting that answer today?
I think on the health front, because like I said, I think that's the foundational piece for all of it.
Yeah.
So I start there and I
Okay.
can expand out from there.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
how do I phrase that question? Is there anything in my health records?
I would say, I'm interested in, Michelle, we're thinking about the
Hi,
question
Michelle.
you want to bring into your records today, because we're going to get into the records today. Okay. So, I mean, the main purpose of putting this in the certification is so that you can use it for your business. But that being said, it's also for you. So you can think of a question that's like more personal for you or more work-wise for you. And then we'll just kind of nail down your question for clarity. So Deb's was around her health. So um, I would say, what do I need to understand, about my health that will help also create movement in my business? Because it seems like you're linking those two things together.
Yeah, I think my personal health and my business health are linked,
Yeah,
and um, I I didn't know how to phrase the question. I think learning how to phrase the questions
yeah,
is the biggest challenge
yeah.
right now.
It's definitely there's an art to it, and you want to think of it like from like what you learned as a coach, right? Because like part of your coaching effectiveness is how well you can ask a question for the client. So thinking of it really in that same way, Deb,
Yeah.
you know? So you could even just say, what is the link between or the connection between my health, my personal health, and the health of my business?
Oh, that's very clean. I love that. What is
You
the
know?
link
And do you
between my
see how
personal
like we
health and
have
the
like
health of my
five
business?
questions you could ask and you could go in with five, you can go in with five questions. We're keeping it simple because it's the first time today, so we're just going to ask one.
Yeah, I
Ask
like
those
it.
other questions too at another time.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
thanks.
Mm-hmm. And I want to reiterate to you that remember, you're not reading the records.
Right.
Light beings have access to the information. They're sharing it with your guides who are giving it to you. And I just think like ethically, we need to always remember that. Also, because sometimes like people might like wonder, like you have access, like you can look at that. Like, no, I can't.
Mm.
I can't even see it for myself, let alone for someone else,
So
right?
the guides and the light beings are doing the accessing
Light
of our
beings
records for
really,
us.
Archangel Meta
Yes.
are in control of how that information is shared and what is actually shared. And we just have to trust that, you know? Okay. So, Michelle, anything that you would like to ask today for yourself or your business?
I'm I was just typing it in the chat to try and like
Okay.
work through the conversation, but this is what I have, but it's not feeling quite right. So I'll share that with you and then you can give me some guidance. So, what do I need to understand about why feeling safe is affecting me and my business right now?
Great question. I think that's perfectly said.
Okay.
Is there anything about that that doesn't feel right to you?
I think the why. Like, I don't know that I really need to know the why. I
Um,
know that it's happening and I don't know why. And I know the
Ask it from
feeling I'm
that
getting is
point of
that I
view.
need to let it release.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to, I think I'm still holding on to the why, needing
Okay.
to understand the why. So,
Okay. So you can ask it from this opposite point of view. And you
okay.
could ask, um, what do I, what will help me release this feeling of needing to be safe right now in my business?
I like that. I
Okay.
like that. Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I love when that happens.
Yeah.
My soul just says yes.
Yeah, because like you saying to me, like, I don't think I need to know the why, but I'm getting caught up in the why.
Yep.
It's kind of, it's true for most people,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. It
So
doesn't,
what will help me release the feeling, the need to feel safe? What will help me release the need to feel safe?
Mhm.
And I
What
forgot what you
will help
just
me
said.
really, what will help me feel safe in my business right now?
Okay.
Then you can, all three of you, ask for healing around that question. So ask, after you ask the question and you've had this little conversation, you can then follow up with, can we do some healing today around this issue to help me move forward? I have personally found that the healing is really amazing. And if it's like something really deep inside me, like one sit doesn't, it's like a continuation of healing every time we sit. We do a little more. Does that make sense? Michelle, I feel a little bit intuitively for you, um, that it might be going back to that old fear of like when the rug was pulled out from under you.
Oh yeah.
Speaking, and I feel like it's like that old fear resurfacing that could happen again, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I am
sad.
actually pretty clear on a couple of places that it's coming from. In fact, I just scheduled a session with Karen for Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have the prayer in front of you? Like, do you guys have the workbook in front of you?
Is it the same as the book, the Akashic Records book we bought? The prayers in there?
Um, you can use one of the prayers in there if you've already chosen one that
Oh,
really
okay.
you. So I gave you the pathway prayer. Ugh, why is my thing not loading?
I have the pathway prayer open in my book.
Yeah.
Is that the one you want us to use today?
Um, if you've already chosen, so Julie's referencing this book. There are a few in this book. So if you've chosen one that you feel really like calls you, because what I've really learned is it's kind of not about a right or wrong prayer. Like at this point, I use my own prayer that I wrote, right? It's about the intention, the use of the prayer to move yourself energetically over to the Akashic, and the sacredness of it, like the reminder of the sacredness of it, all those things. So I think I read my prayer to you last time, which I have written down. And Michelle, I feel like maybe you missed one, but with the prayer, we never memorize it. It's always important to read it, because if you memorize something, you're going into the mind, and you really want to shift into the soul mind. So you don't
Okay.
want to be like having to think.
Mm-hmm.
For me with the Akashic, I always write down my questions so that I don't even have to be thinking about my questions. I can just,
Yeah.
all right. And that's just what's worked for me. But you don't have
Makes
to write.
sense.
You sit with the Akashic, but play with it. Play with writing as if you're journaling. as you're receiving the information, or just sitting and having your own internal experience. So in the prayer, you want to be calling in like the light beings, the angels, the guides. You want to be opening yourself up to communication and shifting over to the use of your clairs. You want to be clear about like stating your name, your legal name, and what record you're opening. Okay.
Kim,
And
do you
yeah,
start with, are we going to start with the prayers outside of the records first? Or
what
you
do you mean
start with,
outside? What do you mean outside of the records?
in other words, there's prayers,
On page 74,
yeah,
she's talking about, the Lisa Barnett's Akashic Knowing Wisdom prayer system, where she does three prayers outside of the Akashic before
before going in.
going in.
No, I don't work
We're
that
doing
way.
three?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely can work. They're talking about this book that they bought, The
Okay.
Infinite Wisdom of the Akashic. It is in the portal with a link. It's a really nice, easy book about the records, which I recommend that you read. And she has her own written prayers. So she starts out like with an intentional prayer. I just start out with setting my intention.
Okay.
And again,
Okay.
like,
So not three. I heard her say three prayers, and I'm
yeah,
like,
it's not three prayers. It's one prayer, but
okay.
you say it 3 times. The first time you say it out,
Okay. Three times. Okay.
yeah. The first time you
Okay.
say it out
I'm
loud,
sorry.
second, that's okay.
I just when the power went out and it came back on, my
Yeah.
a bunch of things didn't come back on. So I went out to my power box to flip breakers, and my whole deck is sheer ice. And I fell on my hip and I'm now hurting very bad. So
Oh
I'm
my,
feeling very physically distracted right now.
you want to go get
So I just wanted to apologize that anyway,
Michelle, do you need ice or
all of a
heat?
sudden I'm like just hurting.
Do you need
Anyway,
ice?
huh?
You need ice or heat?
I maybe.
Yeah,
So
go do
I'm
that.
sorry. I don't mean to distract you ladies, and I'm just wanted to explain. So
Yeah. Go grab a bag of ice or frozen peas or something. Yeah, so you're going to say the prayer out loud, then you're going to say it in your mind twice. All right. Um, I think for the sake of like getting you going the first time, let's all work off the same prayer.
Okay.
Okay. I think that'll just be easier today.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if you all worked on writing your own prayer.
Mm-mm.
I'm not
Never
there
have to
yet.
write your own prayer if you don't want to. An option. I waited a while to write my own prayer, and then I actually even edited it a little bit. I actually wrote it in the records with my guides.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And in your prayer, you might want like to ask for protection. Like for me, it was protection from my mind coming in. That was the protection that I wanted. So those three things, right? Connecting to the guides, shifting over into your soul mind. If there's any protection that you want, and then the sacredness of it. Okay, so sorry, my computer is not working very well. Okay, so the pathway prayer is in your workbook, and that's by Linda Howe. So Linda Howe also wrote a book on the Akashic Records, and she's like pretty well known for teaching the Akashic Records. But with Linda Howe, like you can't teach unless you're certified by Linda Howe. Like it's a whole thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that's fine. That's just her way. Whereas Lisa Barnett is different. But I did, and Diana doesn't like love Linda Howe because of all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like because of the big business behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Diana definitely recommended
yeah, she liked,
Lisa
yeah, she
Barnett's
liked,
book. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like Lisa's book too because it was really simple.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
I did find some things in Linda Howe's book that were great, but I never finished it because then she goes into like past lives and things like I'm not interested in. So I did not
Mm-hmm.
take the entire book. But if you're interested in it, I'll send you a link to the book. And okay. So we're gonna choose the records you want to go in. We're gonna say our prayer out loud, but you're gonna insert your own legal name and what part of your records. Then you're gonna say it twice inside your mind, and then you're gonna sit and have your communication. Simple as that.
I do
So
have
it's quiet, like we're gonna sit quietly, right? Um, Michelle, like it's if you need to lie down, like I just want your body physically comfortable, Michelle. We don't have to see you if you want to lie down somewhere. Um, yeah.
Kim.
Yes.
Can you share where exactly we state our own full name? Where in the prayer do we
Okay.
do that?
Yeah. I have it just written out like in parentheses, current legal name.
But
Let me
where?
open the book because I'm not looking at the workbook. Let me make sure I wrote it that way in the workbook for
Let me
you.
see what you said. I'm sorry, I'm going back on the pages.
I'm going to put it in the chat right now. That might be the easiest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
If my computer would just cooperate. I don't know why it's like so stuck. Sorry. I can't seem to move my document.
I've got it. It says, please share with me the type of records of name in parentheses, soul. Records of names,
Yeah.
soul.
I'm not even able to move or copy my document right now, ladies, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know why. Do not know why.
Is that in the intention or part of the prayer?
It's part of the prayer. It's right in your workbook.
I found it in your Akashic prayer page, Kim.
Yeah.
Page 25.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the pathway Akashic prayer and it wasn't there, so
It's in Kim's.
okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think after this meeting, I'm gonna have to shut down my whole computer. Everything's like freezing up.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm trying to like open up the work,
And so, what are the type of records?
but no, I was just trying to share the prayer, Michelle, in the chat for people.
Oh,
All
do you want
right.
me to do it?
Oh yeah. Did you?
I got it.
Julie, do you have it?
You're muted, Julie.
You're on mute.
I'm looking at the one in the book because I wasn't able to print
Okay.
the yeah.
Okay.
But now Michelle put it here, so that's good.
So what is the type of records, Kim? Please share with me the,
Okay, so when we were talking about like you could go into your personal records, you could go into your business records. So
okay, okay.
I'm very clear about what records I'm opening. You can open both at once.
Well,
Um,
yeah, with my question,
yeah,
I would almost feel like I'd have to open both at once.
yeah. I was trying to keep it a little simple for you guys today and just open one, and then you can take
Okay,
a question to the other. Just because it's our first time doing it.
okay.
All right. But you absolutely can open both at once. And you may not even have a sense always, like, if you have two open, like where it's coming from.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Um, okay, that's my prayer. All right, let's start with
Mhm.
the nothing's working on the computer, and I got to just trust we're supposed to do this because Michelle could put it right in the chat.
Do
Right.
you
So
want me
you
to put
see,
the other one in here too?
oh, now my thing opened. That's so weird.
Do
No,
you want
let's
me
just
to?
start with one.
Okay,
It's fine. We're gonna do this. Um, so when it says type of record, you're just going to say personal records, health records, business records, whichever one, okay, of your name, like your legal name. So you're just going to state your legal name.
okay.
Um, but when you were gone, Michelle, I was talking about like for me, the protection is to just keep my ego out of the way. But if you ever write your own prayer, you might want to be specific about what kind of protection that you feel like you want to call in for yourself. And I always ask for healing of whatever I'm working on. So that's like right in my prayer every time. Okay. So first time we're going to say it out loud, then you're going to say it twice internally. Um, oh, the last sentence should say the Akashic records are now open. So just end with are now open. I'll put it there.
Yeah, it was cut off in
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
page, the
Okay.
workbook.
All right. All right. And if you were doing this someday with a client, we're not supposed to be sharing the prayers, so you would mute yourself when you're speaking it out loud. Okay? Okay. All right. And then you're going to have your internal experience or your writing experience, whichever way you want to do it today. It might even be both. And when you're feeling complete, maybe just put like a heart in the chat. And I'm going to put the closing prayer in the chat that we can all say. All right. All right, so let's do it the right way. We're going to mute ourselves and just say anytime you're ready, I put the closing prayer right in the chat. All right, ladies, did everybody close down their records? Okay. How did that go for you all?
I'll speak. I had just finished saying the prayer for the third time to go into the records when my husband walked in and started talking to me about things that were about mom. So when he left, I reread the prayer again silently and sat and waited.
Mhm.
And I thought, nothing's happening. And then suddenly I got a picture. And I saw a visual of myself as a child in um, a place where I was in the middle of rubble. Like it was really gray and dark. My ankles were bound. I was
Mhm.
crouched and I couldn't speak, but I don't really know if my mouth was covered or not covered, or if it was too dangerous to speak. There were clearly mind chatter starting to come in already. Like, what's happening here? Is this real? Um, and I felt myself naturally go to cross my legs, like my ankles, while
Mhm.
I was seeing the picture. Um, it felt like it was like a bombed out building or it was some kind of destruction around me. And I couldn't tell if I was a child, like a little girl or a little boy. I couldn't tell in the picture, but it was a child version of me at some point. And it was very oppressive, heavy energy. And I found it was hard to breathe, like that kind of constriction. Uh, and then my mind was coming in and I didn't get anything else because the chatter was so loud. I had to, it just, I didn't get anything after that. So I
Mhm.
closed out. I
Mhm.
thought that was enough to see for one day.
Mhm. Mhm. And did you have a sense of the message of like the connection of that image to your question?
Um, I'm not sure. I'm left to do a lot of interpretation,
Mm,
but because I asked for healing, maybe that's underway already,
yeah.
and I'll discover later, or it may show me other things later.
Hmm.
I wasn't sure what to make of it,
Yeah.
but
And yeah.
just being restricted, being bound
Mm,
in a place that was not safe at the same time was odd. Like maybe the only analogy that I could come up with is I'm holding myself that way because at some point at one time there was energy that was holding me back because
mhm.
it wasn't safe. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And like something about the connection between feeling safe and holding yourself back.
Which was a lot like Michelle's question.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So, what you can do if like in a situation like that too, when you're not like fully understanding the message, like I would keep asking, just
Hmm.
like you would in a coaching session, right? Like if a client tells you something, you're not clear really what's going on here, you would ask the next question, you know? So you can simply ask, like, I'm not understanding how this relates to my question, you know? Or help me understand that. And then also, if you were feeling the need for healing, I would also ask for healing. It's always okay. Like I
Okay.
put it in my prayer because I feel like that's what kind of helps us get movement forward, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it felt like I was not practiced in knowing how to interact with the guides and
Mm.
light beings in the process of connecting with them. Just it didn't
It's
occur to me that I could ask them questions.
it's your first time.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I could ask that. Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, so I felt really brand new, newbie, green, not sure.
Yeah. So
But I
like
had the
remember
picture, and that was
conversation,
it.
right? Like it's a conversation. So we're wanting to really receive, but it's also a conversation.
Hmm.
So like if something isn't clear, I would ask for clarity around it, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Because the imagery could be a way to explain something to you. It could be, considered like a past life memory that's kind of in, playing out somehow in this life. But I would ask. So
That's
you,
what it felt like.
okay. So like
Yep.
you can go back in starting right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Say, we sat, this was my question, this is what you showed me, and I need help understanding this. And I
Okay.
would like some healing around it,
Yeah.
you know?
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a conversation. And remember, spirit always wants to help us, but they do somehow, I think, feel the need to be asked too.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have free will.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Deb.
You're
And
welcome.
good for you. Like the interruption, like that's happened to me with my husband. Like I'm just like, forget it now. You know what I mean? Like
That's
sometimes,
how I was feeling.
yeah, right. So like good for you for going and going back. Hmm. Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you. Anyone else want to share their experience? Michelle, Julie?
I will. I found it interesting, Deb, that I also, when I first sat, like there was nothing. I'm like, Okay. All right. So, and at first I did get sort of like worked up about it. And I'm like, nope, nope, nope. It's okay. Just keep sitting. So, um, I ended up after that being in the Akashic library. Like I was sitting at a table, like a conference table in the Akashic library. And my first question was, how do I feel safe? I say first because um, what will help me feel safe in my business right now? And I'm like, okay, so why is there nothing? Is what I asked. Why is there nothing? I'm not seeing anything. And the answer I got was, I already know. I already know how to feel safe in my business right now. And I said, okay, show me what I know. And so what I got shown was um, basically, I say imagery, but it was feeling, but you know what I mean? So it was like an image of clearing out, and it was clearing out space, self, and structure. It's clearing things out and creating space to create. The next thing I was shown, and this was like, so almost all the seats at the table started being filled, right? And so, and the feeling I got was connect. So connect to self, connect to family, and connect to my team. That there's a disconnection that's making me not feel safe. And so, and these are all things that I'm already working on. So now I get why it says I already know. And then the third thing was the clarify. So clarify, what happened then was my team put some papers in front of me on the table and I couldn't read them. I go, can you translate these for me? I can't read them. And it was almost like a giggle. And I'm like, oh, okay. I can't read them because they're not clear in my mind. I need to clarify them. So I already know. So it's clarify my financials, clarify my flow or my structure, and clarify the function of my business. Right. And so I sat and I'm like, okay, so if I already know, then how about I ask another question? So, how can I be safe in my business instead of feel safe? How can I be safe? And that was super interesting. So, it first of all showed that not all the seats at the table were full. So, it was pointing out the empty seats, that there are more seats to fill to help me be safe. And then the other thing was, it showed me a safe, like an actual safe. And so what I got from that is to have that cash flow or investments or whatever. To the word that kept coming was stockpile. And I think I thought of the Bible verse about, having a stockpile of resources, not only to have for yourself, but to share. Anyway. And then the other thing I felt was to create freedom for me to work in my power, which is also something I'm already working on, but I'm not there yet. So, and then the last thing, it wouldn't stop. It was like on repeat. It was like a kaleidoscope, when you have those kaleidoscopes and stuff, and it was a kaleidoscope of, it was either gold and white or gold and silver. It wasn't sparkly silver. So, but it was gold and white. And so I felt led when we got done to look up the meaning of kaleidoscope. And it was very interesting. It says the deeper meaning of kaleidoscope lies in the symbolism of change, perspective, and infinite possibility. It says representing how shifting our viewpoint can transform scattered fragments into beautiful, complex, and orderly patterns. And I'm like tearing up because I feel like that's like my gift. That's what I do. Like I see all of the scattered fragments and I see how they all connect together. And so it says revealing the beauty and the new meaning in the world and in ourselves. It says it suggests that even in chaos, new patterns can emerge, and our internal world shapes our external reality. And I'm like, so I've been working on my message and my new content, for my website and for my business. And that's essentially one of the things that's the overall theme is creating chaos or helping my clients understand that even in chaos, I can see patterns to help them like personally and in their business, right? So anyway, there's like the whole rest of the thing was just this kaleidoscope over and over. And I go, are we done yet? And it kept showing it to me. Are we done yet? And it kept showing it to me. So when you spoke and said, I put the closing prayer in that, okay, I'm going to go now. And it kept showing it to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's beautiful.
And
Truly.
so I looked up the meaning of gold and white. And Kim, this made me laugh because it was all about goddess energy, divinity. And my reading with you at the beginning of the year had, although you came back and said, oh, I did it wrong. But the first one that you read was all about goddess energy and all
Oh,
that.
and with the numbers I added the numbers wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
So anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's really beautiful. Also, that's what I mean, Deb, when I said keep asking. Like one answer can lead to another question, just like it would in a conversation. So we can do the same thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back now.
That you don't have to just be passive, right?
Good, good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think there is something in that message
Mhm.
also.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
That's all I'm saying about that.
Right. And also like how the child was quiet, not speaking, like not asking.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that would be really cool if you had like like movie kaleidoscope images somewhere. Like you know how you see it in action?
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Michelle, we have a connection with kaleidoscopes big time.
Mm.
I'll have to talk to you about it offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I realize we're over, but I'm gonna hear from Julie. Is Julie frozen? Yes,
Julie.
she's frozen.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can you hear us, Julie?
Julie, maybe leave and come back. She's totally frozen. I'm not even sure if she can hear us. I'll type to her.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, okay.
Are you back? Muted. Mute.
There you
Unmute.
Yeah, I'm back. I've been having trouble with my internet connection. We changed service providers. It's not really working so well. But anyway, I had the same experience as Deb at first, like nothing was happening. And then, but I had the exact same experience. My husband came into the room to get something, but instead of throwing me off, it like initiated the whole process. In other words, I started getting words in my head. So I started to write. And the
Mhm.
words that I came out, the first words were present day, external physical beings are invading your space, and psyche with their agendas that inhibit your power to attract abundance. Your past vow of poverty is preventing abundance in today's world. Need to demand. I thought that was interesting that the word demand came out. Need to demand or make it absolutely impossible for others to invade your personal space and get the controllers out of your personal space.
Do you know?
Oh, it totally connects.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just affirming a lot of things that I've been thinking about for a couple of years that I need to do,
Mhm.
but it doesn't make it easy.
It doesn't make it easy, but it's like
No.
education.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe as you sit with your record, you can be asking for support since this isn't easy for you. And what could
Right.
help you do this and all of that, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. 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 So you all got something first time sitting. I'm so happy for you guys. Um, I also sat, I was like, I might as well sit while you guys are sitting. And because if we all sit, we improve the power, right? Because there is power involved in this, right? So you could even before doing before opening up your record, sit in the power for a few minutes because that just ignites those clairs running and will make that conversation easier for you, right? Remember, like the purpose behind this, from the reason I put this into intuitive development, because it's another way to use those clairs and get them stronger and stronger. Um, and you see how, Michelle, you were saying it was a feeling, but the feeling turned into images and words. It's exactly how we want it running. Um, so I always write. I typically write. I shouldn't say always. But I just had a question. I was just sort of open to like whatever they want to say to me. I opened my business records and um this is what came out. There is a call to be together as one. Creating a circle allows your voice to be heard and transmits the signal and sound waves most effectively for you. Step back out into the open with this newfound voice and message, and so it begins. Bringing universal law along with you and you along with it, for this is harmony, and with harmony, the inner creations are manifested. Make the now now. Partnerships will arise and the ripple will reach all you promised you would touch. And so it is, remain in neutrality. And then I was just like handed a megaphone and then I was handed like a small stand to like stand on top of when I'm speaking. Almost like you're too short. We're going to make you a little taller. I don't know. It was just kind of funny. Um, Yeah, so that was mine. But you see how like the language is a little different than the way I would speak. And there's
Mm-hmm.
just as they were speaking to you, they're saying you. They're not saying I. If you notice you're saying I, not in your question, but in what you're receiving, you know your mind is coming in, right? So it's just these are all little signals to look for yourself.
That was super clear. That was super clear.
Oh, that's interesting because everything said you, your to
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And Julie, because you are a writer, try sitting with writing.
Yeah. I think it's easier for me that way.
It's that way for me too. Hmm.
Yeah, and usually when I sit in the power, I'm getting images, but I got no images. I got this was totally all words and like the need to write the words down, you
Good.
know.
It's
Yeah.
gonna flexing your claircognizance because
Yeah.
we are clairvoyance very strong, right? So
Mm-hmm.
claircognizance is hard for you because it gets confused with the mind, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
flex that for you, which will be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm reading all of Michelle's stuff.
Oh, I was more, yeah. It's like blowing my mind.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
Blowing
love
my mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the thing is, sometimes you will feel called to actually like physically look something up. Just do it. Just trust it and look it up. You know,
It's
um,
happened
it's,
multiple times in my
it
life.
can only talk to us through our own reference bank.
Mhm.
Say
It
that
can,
again.
the spirit can only talk to us through our own reference bank. So, for instance, a medium friend of mine
Um,
yesterday, she had done a reading and she said it started out with the name Paul, and the woman was saying no. At the end of the reading, that she gave this whole reading, and the woman was like, "Can I ask about the name Paul again?" And so my friend was like, "Sure." She said, it's just sounding like Paul to me. And then she said a name that sounded like Paul. I forgot what the name was, like Palmer or something like that. And she said, could spirit be saying, and so my friend said, absolutely, because I've never even heard of that name. So they can only use my own reference bank. So they're trying to give me the name, but I'm not receiving it clearly because I don't know that name, you know? So it's
mhm.
just like this reminder of like it's all also like what we've experienced and known or seen that they can pull from, you know? So if Michelle needed the meaning of the kaleidoscope, the easiest way to give it to Michelle was the kaleidoscope.
Mhm.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway. All right. So I want you sitting as much as you can. And I know life is busy, but the more you do it, the easier it's going to become. And you know that already, right? Um, yeah. And play with the prayers and see which ones resonate most for you. Just use that. Just use that. There's no right or wrong here. And eventually you might write a prayer with your guides, which is what I did. Yeah. I get impatient with the prayer. Like I want it to be done. I want to get right in there.
Hmm.
I felt that.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
I did. I felt that, especially when I was reading through it the third time silently. Like,
Yeah.
there was a there was a little bit of that happening, like,
And
oh,
like the thing
stop,
is, you
stop
don't
it.
want to just be reciting it. Like you actually want to be feeling what you're saying, like
Yeah.
connecting words that you're saying so that it's actually doing its job.
Mhm.
That was a hint that the mind was already starting to control what was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, some days we go deeper than others, and that's just how it is. I think, Deb, what slowed you down was I didn't say beforehand, like you can keep asking questions as you're getting information. I think that would have
Also,
been easier for you.
you're so right about that, Kim. And also, once I was shown the picture, I sat there like, and like it was just a picture, the image,
Yeah.
and then the sensation, the energy of the
Mhm.
heaviness and the stuckness, whatever.
Yeah.
But the stuckness was real. Like I was also not able to move past it or ask anything or do it. Like it was just like, there it is. You wanted to see it, there it is.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then all the defining and questioning and everything came in, and I didn't really know
Yeah.
what to do with myself next. So you're absolutely right. That
Yeah.
would have been helpful.
Yeah. Totally. My apologies, Deb.
Don't even apologize. I'm still like not sure what it is that my relationship with my guides is going to look like because we don't have that relationship in a regular visiting, knowing place, really. I'm
Hmm.
still feeling new at
Hmm.
creating that.
Hmm.
So sometimes I'm second guessing whether it's even real. Is this
Yeah.
just my intuition showing me a picture? Am I
Hmm.
really in the Akashic Like, am I really
Mhm.
getting connected to,
Let me ask you this. If you receive information that helps you, how
Mhm.
much does it matter?
Well, I don't know. That's my question too, is how do I
I
know where it's
I think
coming
it
from?
matter. Like we've organized things in the way that our brain can conceptualize,
Yeah.
right? But if it's helping us, I think that it's valuable.
Oh, Kim, one more thing that happened.
Yeah.
While I was in there, while I was sitting in that space seeing the picture, one thing came up for me that I didn't mention. I wanted to pull in the golden energy.
Oh, I did too.
Mhm. Okay.
I wanted to pull that in. The
So,
mind was saying, pull it in. So,
yeah.
anyway, that's when I kind of like
And
said,
remember, the golden energy is from that realm of the Akashic realm. For myself, I often feel completely surrounded by it when I'm in the records. Complete, like it's the air is gold. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
That was actually how I got there when I was sitting and then nothing was happening. So I ended up clearing and opening my chakras and
Mhm.
doing the my whole process of what I
Yeah.
do when I connect, right? And it was as the um as I pulled up the root energy through, it was
Yeah.
like it opened the my crown chakra, and instantly the golden energy came down like in a spiral, and it's like it grabbed me and then
Yeah.
pulled me back up. it
Yeah.
was it was weird. So I haven't experienced it like that before.
I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. And like the thing is, when you have a powerful experience like that, you can just ignite that again in the same way, you
Well, I've
know?
learned that, like that whole process of opening my chakras and clearing connections and pulling my energy back, and you know,
Yeah.
being in my egg, right? that
Right.
that Candace has taught me. It was hard to do at first, and I was very mental about it. And
Mhm.
now it's like the moment I have the intention, it's like it all just happens automatically. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I feel it, but
Mhm.
it's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So I love
Mhm.
that you just mentioned like that practice. It's
Right.
the more
It's
automatic it gets,
so,
right?
and with intuitive movement, like without practice, you don't really get too far. You have to practice.
Mhm.
Just do, you know? All right, because we're like in our mentorship hour. Michelle, I know you had to leave early, and here we are keeping you.
It's okay. No, I
But
chose. Yeah. So
I'm
sorry.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Feel free to do the same, even just step up, right? And then we'll come back in just like a minute or two, okay? Or whatever you hear. Michelle, if you want to hang out, of course we'd love to have you, but if you have to go.
I know. I don't want to go, and I
Oh,
have
now Michelle's frozen. Everything is
to.
freezing. We're all
Hi,
I
guys.
hope this is okay. All right. I'm trying to
You're in
pause.
here till 2, right, Kim?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this Zoom open.